Yo, my people. Today I'm in Bloxburg to share with you 17 things that I think would be so awesome for the game to have. Pretty much all of these have to do with build mode because I'm mainly a builder, but there's one at the end that I think is so awesome that I thought of as I was like coming up with my list. But let's just go ahead and get into this video. Number one is the ability to edit your roofs and walls after placing them. So let me go ahead and just like build a little square room or something over here just to show you what I'm talking about. I guess it's not a square, it's a rectangle. So I've placed my walls and maybe I decide I don't really like the size of this room. I need it to be a little bit smaller. To do that, I have to delete the walls, right? Or I could just undo and then redo it all over again. But it would be awesome, like in The Sims 4, if we could have like arrows where I could like drag this and make it smaller or whatnot, you know? But we can't do that, sadly. Just a disclaimer, a lot of these are things that are in The Sims 4. I did start as a Sims 4 builder and then I came to Bloxburg, so that probably influences that a little bit, but I still love Bloxburg way more. And then it's the same thing with roofs too. So like with this gabled roof, I'm gonna put it on here, right? So like once I put it there, like I can make it taller, I can make it shorter, I can like make it thicker, right? But then once I decide that's good, I'm happy with that roof, there's no changing it. Like I can't do anything else to this, sadly. Like if I want to edit it, if I decide it's too thick, gotta get rid of it and do it again. So that'd be a great thing. Number two, which is kind of similar to number one, is to have more customization with your roofs. So I just showed you how you can make the roof thicker, how you can make it like taller and everything. But something that The Sims 4 has is you can like make a roof like this curved. And also in The Sims 4, you can like decide which way your roof faces. So with the gabled roof, you can't do that. Like I think it depends on like which side is longer. So because this side is longer, it's gonna be more open on this side and you can't have it face this way even if you wanted it to. The only place that this is different is with the slanted roof. With the slanted roof, if you put it on there and you decide I want it facing another way, before you like confirm that roof, if you hit R, it rotates it. That's the only one. If we could do that with all the roofs, that'd be amazing. Or just like in The Sims 4, if we could just actually, as we're placing it, decide where it goes. And then if we don't like it, we can still have that same roof and change it how we want. That's back to number one again. Number three, again, I feel like is still pretty similar to the other two. I wish we could move rooms and houses and like the whole plot around if we wanted to. This room is right here, right? Like I wish I could be able to just like pick it up and like move it like back here if I wanted to, but I can't. Same thing as before. Like if I want to change anything about it at all, like the entire room, I have to delete it, get rid of it, and then start it again somewhere else. This is again something that you see in The Sims 4. Like you can move whole rooms around. You can rotate your whole plot if you want to. You can like move the plot. Obviously, like if this whole plot was filled up and I tried to like rotate it or something, like say I rotated like 45 degrees and then like a corner was sticking out here, that should be okay unless there's something on that. So like probably I wouldn't be able to do that because this would probably be sticking off of the plot. Number four is also similar in a way. I wish we could copy an entire room or like select a lot of objects that are close to each other and like copy and paste it. You know what I mean? If I wanted to just copy this like gardening I did here, I could like click and drag and copy it and then plop all of that right over here or something like that, or like on the side of the house. You know what I mean? That'd be so cool. Ooh, number 5. Okay, so this one, I'm pretty sure everyone can agree you would love this. I would love to have arrows showing us which way something is facing. For example, with this ottoman, literally I try to use this thing all the time and it always faces the wrong way. It would be amazing if it had an arrow showing us which way your character would be sitting when you place it. I think there's like technically a way to know, but I haven't like mastered that yet. I know some people probably have, but that's also something Sims 4 has that Bloxburg does not. Number 6 is a color wheel. So when you go to color something, right, we get these options here. I would love to have an actual color wheel where you can like choose a specific color. And also like we have the RGB code here. Like I wish I could actually type in a specific one. I don't think you can, but with the color wheel would come the ability to type in a code so you get exactly the color you want. Number 7 is to copy the size of an object. When it comes to coloring, I can click on this wall, right, and just keep it the same color, and then I can hit shift and click and then it changes that wall to the exact same coloring, materials, everything. I'm gonna undo that so that doesn't stay like that. I would love to have that with sizing as well. So for example, with windows, if I just grab this standard window and put it over here, and then I have another one like right there, and then I resize one. Sometimes like I'll resize. It does show you like the size of the item of like what you just changed. So that's 6.5. And then if I go up like this, or actually it went down, just, yeah, it went down, whatever. I didn't pay attention to what that last one was. I don't know how to do this. I can kind of see now that they're next to each other, but if they're like on a different side of the building, that's kind of hard. It would be nice to just be able to like, I don't know, shift and right click, and then it keeps it the same exact size as the last thing you sized. Number 8 is rounded walls. With this one, I don't really expect to get it anytime soon or maybe even at all. And a lot of these are kind of that way too. I don't really expect any of these per se, but they would be awesome. But for now, like we can do like kind of octagonal or polygonal shapes for rooms and houses and stuff, but we can't actually have it like perfectly rounded. And Sims 4 just got rounded walls, not in the way I had hoped, but round walls are awesome no matter what. Oh my gosh, this next one, number 9. I really wish we could resize more items. For example, we can resize this tree, right? I can make it taller, very tall, but I cannot resize one of these plants over here. That is like one of my biggest dreams, is to just be able to resize these plants. Like, sometimes I want something like this, but much smaller, or like some of the really tiny ones, I want to make them bigger, but I can't. So I just wish we had more freedom with resizing. Number 10, I would love actual porches. So you see here, I made this porch, but that's actually a flat roof in the basement. The problem with porches like this is that then there's this huge step inside. Thankfully, I made this porch not too tall, so it's not that intense. But sometimes you want a porch, but you don't want to have to step down into the house. But if you don't want that step down, then you have to like put another roof inside the room where you walk into and have it be the same level as the one outside. But then that makes the wall height a lot shorter. Whereas in Sims 4, they have porches, and once you have a porch and a room inside, it's the same level, but the walls are the same exact wall height as it would be if you didn't have the porch there. And another reason this would be great is because we just got a porch swing recently, and guess what? I cannot put this on an actual porch. Like, it has to be flat and not a real porch to be able to put it there. Number 11 is I want even more free placement with items. So we have, you know, the 3 grid sizes. We have the large, medium, and small. And the small is like almost free placement. Like, you can put it almost anywhere. Let me show you in case you don't know. Like, the big grid size, like, it really jumps intensely. And then the medium is you get a little bit more freer placement, and then small is the most free. But still, let me see if I can show you why this is so important to me. This isn't the best example, but for example, with this plant, if I want this like on the edge of this bookshelf here, I either have to have it hang off a little bit, or like it's a little bit in. But like if I want like right at the edge, I can't do that. Like, it's still not small enough. Like, I want free placement. And Rowville, I believe, has this. So like, I know what's possible in Roblox. Number 12, better cars. We have amazing cars, but I just wish we had some more like normal ones. Like, for example, this Bloxburg Voyage one is the only one that's like a 4-seater like sedan, normal sedan car. I don't like that car. I really don't. But then like there's this Nubus Superior that's like a super fancy car, but like I don't like it either. Like, I don't like any of the normal like sedan type cars. And I just wish we had like better normal cars that you see around. Number 13 is I would love to be able to rotate items on more axes than we can. I don't know if it's possible, but for example, if I get like this cube here and I put it over here on this roof, which I made with other basic shapes, it doesn't sit flat to it. And I wish I could make it do that. Like, I can grab it after the fact and rotate it, right? But it's only on, what is that? The x-axis, I think. It'd be so cool to just be able to rotate on all 3 axes, you know? A normal actual roof, though, it does go flat too, but it would just be nice to have things rotate any way you wanted them at all. Oh my goodness. Number 14 is free placement with cabinets. When you go into like a set of cabinets, like this rustic cabinet set, there's like these small ones, right? But guess what? They only go right there. Like, I can't put it higher or lower on the wall. We can do that with like, for example, light switches, right? but usually when you put a light switch down, it's on its level, but I can hit T to do variable place height and change that and put it wherever I want on the wall. I don't know why we can't do that with cabinets, and it makes me really sad because then sometimes you're trying to recreate a room and you can't because that just messes it up. Number 15 feels really specific. I just want a normal kettle. So if we go into appliances, we have like this metallic kettle. We have this kitchen-like kettle, which is also still like an elastic electronic kettle. It would be so cute to have like a normal kettle that you can then like place on the stovetop. Feels really specific, but like it needed to be said. Number 16. This is one I've wanted from day one of building in Bloxburg. I want to be able to rotate the camera more freely in build mode. In build mode, you can rotate on like, again, the x-axis, but the only way to rotate this way is to scroll in and out. I can't rotate like this at a fixed point, and it's frustrating because in The Sims 4, if you use the Sims 3 camera, you can rotate however you want, like all around. And you can always hit spacebar and like see the bird's eye view, but still ain't enough. The most frustrating thing is that in live mode or live mode, you can literally do that. So it's like, why is that restricted in build mode? I don't get it. Okay, number 17, the one we've all been waiting for. Wouldn't it be so cool if we could choose the season that we're in? So this also kind of comes from Sims 4. When you like start a new game, you get to choose what season you're starting in. I just think sometimes I'm like, oh, I can't wait for it to be fall in Bloxburg. Oh, I love that basic shape there. Oh no. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I can't wait for it to be fall in Bloxburg or winter, but you can only experience that during that update time. It would be so cool if we could have like servers or something that were specifically one season, and then maybe we could even like have the items for that season in those servers, but if you go to a server with a different season, then you don't get access to those items anymore. That would be kind of cool. I don't think or know if it would be possible. It's just a cool idea I had. Because like there's ways you can, you know, recreate the season if you really want to, but it would be only on your plot. And if you don't like save up on items, you know, before the season is over, then you don't get those for another year to use and potentially make your plot look like that season well enough. So it would just be nice, don't you think? Just throwing that out there. It's a thought I had today. Let me know in the comments any ideas that you have that you would love to see in Bloxburg, whether build mode or not. Let me know what ones I said that you would like to see or what ones you don't agree with. I would just love to know your thoughts on this completely. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!